First opened in 2017. There's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Atlanta Falcons. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. 10, touchdown. 59. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. You know, they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots, where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fitzgerald, and it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st down, Fitzgerald. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Where'd he go? Mike's over order. Mike 54.
Off the play fake. Fitzgerald. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? Look at it. 47's the mic. Here I go. Ready?
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Got some room at the 30. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the box to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock down the win and bring up second down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Newton flush to his right. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line.
Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up.
From the red zone now, Newton completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
On 2nd and goal, Newton, this one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Fitzgerald, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
It's a gain of 14.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Lucky. Quick dash. Go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, 49ers.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Niners 7, Falcons nothing.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Tack McKinley able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the slant.
Newton now to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's what.
And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
I'm coming. Sit. Switch. Watch, twitch.
Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
I got you.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 35 on second down, Fitzgerald, man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's second and 21. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And they will finally get him down, and now penalty flags coming in as well. And they might get half the distance here to boot. So now then the penalties got him set up with a first and goal. Here's Carson. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Chris Carson, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's second and 10 from the 20.
Single.
The shotgun snap for Newton. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
45. Gun. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Switch. 8. 45 is the mark.
looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll find Hall. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Check. Hey! Kill.
On first down, Coleman. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Newton nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Gun. That's rock now.
From the gun, here's Newton. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Throwing to start the drive. Fitzgerald's got Hooper on the short connection.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here we go. That's it.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Open man is Higgins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at their 49-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Mike 54. Bring it. Mike's 5'4", Mike. Mike's 5'4". Rip left. Right there, 54. 54, Mike. You remember me? Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Fitzgerald. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Falcons send out their punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
First down team at their own 14-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
Let's go. Great. Let's go.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And an alley to run. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
A gain of 18 on the play.
Good.
And their 49ers first down.
36. 45.
On first down, Newton. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
A gain of 12. First down, 49ers.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
A final shot before the break. Newton. Throw left side caught by Goodwin. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10.
20.
Handoff, Coleman, right side. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Partner, those are back-to-back 6-yard runs, and if they're going to continue to get those types of plays, shoot, you just keep running the same stuff, don't you?
Yeah, it was 1st and 10, then 2nd and 4. Now 1st and 10 again. And again this time to the tailback. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 180. Check 45. You can't block me.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Here's Newton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Coleman, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd down. Newton. Throw left side complete. That's Goodwin. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On 2nd and 9. Fitzgerald, and he will find Ridley. That's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Right there, 56. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
On 1st down, it's Carson. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Let's go. Go to base. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Check.
On third down, Fitzgerald. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Echo, echo. Check line 54. Line 54. You must be dreaming.
From the gun, Fitzgerald. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Begin. Check.
They'll run here with Freeman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
Watch the run. Kill. 22, Jet, Bomber. 22, Jet, Bomber. Short. Mike, check.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Complete to Jones. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Ready, 56. Mike's 56. You better bring it. I'm letting you.
Looking to throw on second down. Fitzgerald, they'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Parkey with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Check line 45.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Newton drops it off for Coleman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Check, 47. Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton over the middle, and it's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
8. March 47. March 47. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Let's go, dude. Check.
Off play action. Fitzgerald. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10. Fitzgerald. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Well, with them trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold on a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second.
It's a foot race. The 30, 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
56. Ready?
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And his first throw here is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. And read. 56. All day, just like that.
To throw again. Fitzgerald. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Back to throw. Fitzgerald. He's got Hooper on the short connection. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Go! Mike 56.
On 4th down, Fitzgerald. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 11. They will run again with Coleman. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Ready? 180. Check, 47. I got you, boy. Ready?
On 3rd down, Coleman. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check safety. Hey! Gun. Delta. 45.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward.
Oh, no, he lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And a return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Check tight end, check tight. Set up.
Back to the air on second down. Fitzgerald, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. He's got the first down and more inside the 40 and down to the 28-yard line. So the victory here for San Francisco. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours, right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer, Tim Karen, said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Try to psychologically tell us what to do.